Okay, everyone, so here we are with a new video. This video is about the socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. That is also the chapter for class 9th and it is the part of history. So in this chapter we are going to know that what the socialism mean, how it spreads into the Europe and how the Russian Revolution happened. What was the reason behind it and every aspect we are going to discuss about it. So first thing, we have studied about the French Revolution and the importance of French Revolution was very high. There was impact of French Revolution into the hearts of people. People were open up to the possibilities for changing the society. They knew that we can change the society. The way the third state have removed their problems with the help of revolution. The way they did all those things into the France that encourages people throughout the world, not only in the Europe but throughout the world. People know that we can change the society. Whatever problem is there, we can fight with it, we can deal with it. Europe and Asia, new ideas about individual rights and control special power began to be discussed. In the Europe, Asia, these were the continents. Why Asia? Because Asia was also connected with the Europeans because of the trade, because of the colonies. And Europe and Asia was a continent who was discovering about the this ideas that how can we control special power. Whatever problems were there, the people started to discuss about it. Example, like India, the Raja Ram Mohan Roy Deresio, they talked about the significance of French Revolution, that the French Revolution was so important for every person, not just for the French people but every person. And why it is important? Because they talked about the voting system, political equality, and other aspects also, the freedom, the fraternity. How they developed their nation from a monarch to the constitutional monarch and then into the republic. How were they doing all these things? The Indians like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, the Deresio, they were very keen to talk about their significance, the importance of French Revolution. But what about the Europe? Now, after the revolution, now the people have something in their mind. There were some different group of people who started to think about the positions of Europeans, that how they could improve it, how the problems can be removed by them, and what they should do for their betterment. And in this process, the liberals, radicals, and conservatives gives their ideas. And if we talk about the liberals now, liberals were secular. They do not want a nation which is intolerable to different religions. That means they wanted a kind of nation now which can tolerate every religion, which can have respect for every religion. And why they are talking about the religion? Because at this time, particularly, the different countries, different empires of the Europe were having Protestants, Catholic, Britain Church, England Church, sorry. So the religion of the Europeans were also divided. And liberals wanted that every religion should get equal respect. The second thing they wanted to oppose the uncontrolled power of the dynastic ruler. Whatever monarch rulers are there, the power of them were uncontrolled and they were opposing it. That no person should be get an uncontrolled power just because he belonged from the same dynasty of the previous ruler. And the liberals also wanted to safeguard the rights of individuals against the government. Rights of individual, every person, every citizen of that empire or region should get some right, as like the French people give right to men. So they want some rights against the government. If government do something wrong, they should have some rights to save them. Liberals argued for a elected parliament and independent judiciary. They wanted that the parliament, that those who are going to control the power of ruler now, they should be elected. And those all people will be into the parliament. And to check the power of parliament and the ruler, there should be an independent judiciary who will take care of the rights of the citizens of the Europe. But we cannot say that the liberals were democratic. They were not the Democrats. And they did not believe in universal adult franchise. What is it? Universal adult franchise, they do not want it. They do not want that the poor people should vote into the elections. They want that only man with property can vote into the election, nor poor people nor women. And this was the ideology of liberals, that what they wanted. If we talk about the radicals, so radical wanted a nation in which the government was based on the majority of the country's population. Whatever population is having the majority should get a chance to make the government. That means there should not be any kind of ruler, any kind of dynastic ruler into their territory. Suppose if Protestants are having majority, then they should only form the government, none other religion. Whosoever is in majority, they can form the government. The second thing they wanted, the many of the radical groups were supporting the women suffrage for the first time in the Europe. Not only in the Europe, but in the whole world. Radicals were those who wanted to women should take part in the elections, and this separates them from the liberals. They opposed the privileges of great landlords and wealthy factory owners. There were some people who do not want to give any kind of privileges to the great landlords who were somehow exploiting the poor people, the poor workers, the poor peasants. Wealthy factory owners, they were also exploiting the poor workers. And that is why they opposed the privileges that great landlords and the wealthy factory owners were having. After this, they were not against the existence of private property. Private property means if you have worked hard, if you have saved money, you can purchase something as a property. They were not opposing that, but they disliked that concentration of property in the hands of few. The property should be distributed equally. If not equally, then sufficiently or democratically. So everyone should have some property. But what was happening in the Europe at that time? Not every man was having property. Most of them were landless laborers. They have to perform serfdom also. Only some people were having great properties, and that is why they were called great landlords and wealthy factory owners. They have a great, enormous wealth, enormous property. So radicals wanted that property should be privatized, but those private property should not be concentrated in some few hands, in the hands of some few people. Now, if we talk about the conservatives, what were the conservatives? They opposed radicals and liberals, both of them. Conservatives just do not wanted whatever radicals and liberals were saying. They were just opposing that. That you and you, whatever you are saying, that's all bogus. We do not want any kind of changes in our society. The French Revolution opened their minds that they need for change. They knew after the French Revolution that they should have to change something in their society. They have to change something in the society. And after the 18th century, they opposed to the idea of change and believed past had to be repeated. In 18th century, they opposed the idea of change, that we are not going to change anything, and they believe that past have to repeat every time. That means whatever is happening into the past, whatever happened into the past, that should be happen into the present and also in the future. And this is the kind of idea or ideology the conservatives were having. Changes should be done through a slow process. After the French Revolution, they got to know that we need to do some changes, but that changes should be on very slow process, so that every conservatives could hold their power. Now they agreed that they have to make some changes, but those changes will only be on a very slow pace. After this, there was a situation when industrial society began to establish. What will happen after industrial society will come into in effect? There will be some social changes. Let's discuss about it. Industrial revolution led to the changes in social and economic life. How? Whenever industrial revolution happen, there should be some changes. People will earn more money. People will have more businessmen. The country will have more businessmen than ever. The country will have workers and so many other things. The production will be enhanced, and after the production, the quality of life should be enhanced. Should be, not confirm. Whenever industrialization happen, new cities will be established where industrialization could grow, and new industrialized regions were developing. Some of the regions where coal production was happening, where steel production was happening, where textile production was happening. So all of these were establishing into the sum of new industrialized regions or new cities. After this, railways also expanded and industrialization occurred. When you got to produce something, or you have anything in your mind that I wanted to do the production of this object, then you have to find so many factors. We have discussed that 4 factors into the economics chapter first, the story of Kuala Lumpur. If you remember, we have talked about the land, labor, and capital. After this, human capital. So all of this should be there. Land is there, labor is there. As a capital, you need raw materials, you need machines, and to bring those machines, those raw material from the area that has been produced to the area where it will be manufactured into other products, you need some transportation, and for those transportation, railways expanded, and this railways boosted the production of industrial goods, and that is how the industrial revolution began to occur. Industrial revolution came into the effect. The production of industries were getting high and high. After this, there were some issues which were faced by the common people, workers, those workers who were working into the industries. And what was the issues? Industrialization. First thing, the industrialization brought men, women, and children to the factory. Every person who was in search of job, who was in search of money, they came to the industries for a good work, for a good job, and every member of the population joined this process of industrialization. Whatever men, women, were children, or elder people were there, everyone just rushed into the industries for income. But what was happening there? The workers have to work for a long work hours of 12 hours, 14 hours, somewhere 16 hours. And they were getting very poor wages. So they were not satisfied for whatever work they were doing and whatever wages they were getting. Not every person will get employed in the time of industrialization. Unemployment was common there. Housing and sanitation was problem. Not every person gets a house there. Not every person was living in a very sanitized, in a very clean room or atmosphere. So these were some problems of the workers. After this, we have discussed about the liberals and radicals, that they wanted some changes. Look what they had done. So almost all the industries were the property of individual. Whatever industries were established, they were the property of individual. Liberals and radicals themselves were often property owners and employers. If you look up to the liberals and radicals, they were also the part of those industrialists who were having some power and money, who were having some property, and made their wealth through trade, industrial ventures, and they felt that such efforts should be encouraged. They were trading, they were industrial venture. They move one place to another place in search of good raw material to sell all their products. And they felt that this process should be encouraged. But those liberals and radicals, they know that they won't be able to succeed if they won't do any kind of revolution. So liberals and radicals wanted a revolution to put an end to the kind of government established in the Europe in 1815. We know that Metternich established a conservative government into the numerous parts of Europe, or almost every part of Europe. So they wanted to remove this kind of governments from the Europe. And we have seen the examples of France, Italy, Germany, Russia. They were the countries, they were the territories, they were the empire where this kind of idea that revolution should happen was seen to overthrow the existing monarchy. So someone asked you what was the purpose of revolutionaries? The purpose of revolutionaries was to overthrow the existing monarchies that was into the Europe. The next point here, that after 1815, Giuseppe Mazzini, an Italian nationalist, conspired with others to achieve this in Italy. And as an example of revolutionaries, there was one person, Giuseppe Mazzini. He was an Italian nationalist who wanted to integrate his country by the process of revolution, and he wanted to make his country as democratic. He also established young Italy and young Europe as secret societies, secret groups, carbonaries. Why secretly? Because the conservatives that were in the power, they do not want to change their government, but the revolutionaries wanted to overthrow those conservatives, and that is why they Giuseppe Mazzini established secret societies. After this, after revolutions, the socialism also started to pervade into the Europe. It also started to spread all over the Europe. What is socialism? It is just a system or condition of society in which means of production are owned and controlled by the state. Simple thing, whatever is being produced through the land and whatever land is getting owned, that should be controlled by the state. Socialism is a kind of ideology that promotes more cooperativeness, that every member of the society should cooperate into this. So, socialism, a system or a condition of society in which means of production, that means land, labor, capital, that should be owned and controlled by the state, not by the individuals. They were opposing the individuals who were having all the means of production. Second thing, socialist. Who were socialist? Those people who were against the private property, who want that the private property should not exist and those properties should be controlled by the state. And solution towards the problem of private property. They want some solution towards the problem of private property. They believe that in the idea of cooperatives, that whatever work is being done, that should be done in cooperatives. There should be a group of people who will do all the work related to the production, and then after they will share the profit also. After this, some of the cooperatives were also be associations of people who produce goods together and divide the profit according to their work done by the members. So cooperative means that whatever group of people are there, they have to form an association, they have to work for production of goods together, and after the process of production, whatever profit has been made by those production, the profit will be shared among the people of association equally, and this is cooperatives. What happened after this? Socialists had a different vision of the future. Some believe that idea of cooperatives. Okay, so socialist has a different vision that future will be different from whatever condition we are having today. So many people who believe in socialism were liking the idea of cooperatives, that we should establish a cooperative, we should form an association, and into association we will do work whatever we are able to do, and after the work, whenever the production is ready, we will sell that and we will get the profit out of it, and we will distribute among the members of the association. One of the one of the person who believed in cooperatives was Robert Owen, and he was a leading manufacturer who sought to build a cooperative community called New Harmony in Indiana, that is in USA. So what is happening here? Robert Owen set an example, not just he saying, but he set an example that we should make a cooperative by ourselves, and it is the responsibility of richer people that they should contribute into it, and by this cooperative communities, by this cooperative association, we are going to remove the problems of poor people, and it is the responsibility of richer section of the society that they should establish cooperatives. But there were some other peoples also, and other socialists felt that cooperative could not be built on a wide scale due to the individual initiative, through the individual initiative. Then when richer member will do this, that will be on a very small scale. So they demanded that government should encourage this corporate society, and government should overtook the cooperatives, and they should rule, they should regulate the process of cooperatives. And its example was Louis Blanc. He was in France, he was in living in France. Then now there was a big brother of socialism known as communism. What is it? So socialism was a thing where we discussed about the land, and in this situation we are targeting the industries, the industrialist. So communism is a kind of thing which will target the industries, industrialists, and socialism was a thing which will target the land, the property. Okay, so one of the most famous communists was Karl Marx, and one more person, Friedrich Engels, and they have ideas. What? That Karl Marx said that profit of capitalist was produced by the workers. Socialism's idea was spread in the whole Europe, and by those ideas, doing some improvement into it, the Karl Marx said that the profit of capitalist, whatever profit is being made in through the industries, that is the result of the hard work of workers, and they are not getting anything from it. So workers should overthrow the capitalism and the rules of private property. So whatever workers are working into the industries, they will be exploited until they overthrow the capitalism, until they overthrow the industrialist, and after this, they also have to overthrow the rules of private property. That means every person that is having private property will be a problem. Now, after this, a communist society was a natural society of future. They believe that this is going to happen in future, and every person will like to have this kind of country in there. Now, support for socialism, how the people of Europe were supporting it. By the 1870s, socialist ideas were spread through the Europe. To coordinate their efforts, socialists forms an international body named the Second International. The idea was spread in by the 1870s, and to promote this idea of socialism internationally, they make an international body that was known as Second International. There were some workers of England and Germany. They began to forming association to fight for better living and working condition. We have seen the problems of workers. What was the problem? Sanitation, housing, long hours of work, low wages. So workers of England and Germany, where the industrialization was at its top, the people started to demanding. What was the demand? The housing, the sanitation, the deduction in working hour, the improvement in wages. After this, they set up fund, they make groups, they ask for funds, and that fund will help the members of the group in the distress when they will not have any kind of job. So they demanded a reduction in working hour and right to vote, that every worker, every people should have right to vote, so that they could elect representative who will tell the problems of workers into the parliament. After this, new political parties were being established in different countries like Germany, there was a social democratic party, Sorry, there is property, but it will be party. Britain, in 1905, there was a socialist and trade unionist. They formed a Labour Party, a socialist party in France, and that is how the different countries of Europe were giving support for socialism until 1914. Socialists never succeeded in forming government in Europe. That means who will form the governments? Some of them were conservatives, some of them were liberals, and some of them were radicals. And this is the end of this video. We will discuss the later thing into next video, upcoming video, and we will discuss about the Russian Revolution and many more things. That is it for this video. Okay, thank you so much, and if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Okay.